I actually want to like sing. I don't know the words, but I want to like sing the melody. It's really grown on me. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. If you are new here, don't forget to punch that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. Then you'll see these reactions as soon as they go live on the platform. Today, we're taking a look at a request for a band called Holding Absence and a song called Gravity. Now, I don't know anything about them, and I actually like that sometimes. It's much harder to do with the bigger acts, is to kind of go into those reactions without any expectations, because you've always heard a little snippet, or you've heard someone talk about them, or you've seen something to do with them, even if it is just visual, that gives you an expectation. I don't know anything about these guys, and that's kind of exciting. So Holding Absence, Gravity, let's see what you got. They look young. Something that's quite cool there, and you see it in a lot of bands, but it's done quite nicely here, so it's a good point to bring it out, is when you talk about mixing songs, people sometimes refer to distance, and you've probably heard me say something sounds really close or sounds really far away. There's different ways of doing that. The one way is to add a spatial effect, so something like a reverb, and you can also do a bit of panning with that if you want. You can also manipulate the EQ, so if you take up some of the top end, which is a frequency that doesn't have a lot of length to it, so the further away something goes, you start to lose some of the higher pitch on the notes, but that's how you push something to the back of the mix. Now in this song, they have a lead piece, da-na-na. It's just repeating, and it sounds like it's got a phase effect on the guitar, which is like gives it a bit of a spacey vibe. And when they started out with their constant strumming and drum rolls, you can hear it, but it's not as audible as you would like it to be. And the minute they broke their strumming pattern, that jumps a little bit closer, because they're creating gaps and space in the song. So very cool, very cool. I'm gonna go back because I actually like that, so we'll start it from the beginning. Hear it, but it's a bit hidden. It's simple, but it's effective. His voice is quite familiar. I can't place it though. Strips everything back in this verse piece, just that synth, the spacey kind of guitar lead, and now they're bringing in just the tom hits to add the percussion and bring back the melody, which is essentially to prepare you for when the rest of the instruments come back in again. It's good, it's nice. Somewhere at the bottom, I have nowhere left to crawl. So I'm noticing this more and more with bands within the the core genres and within the screamo emo kind of genres. Not to say that this is that, but they're starting to write pre-choruses a lot more, and that's something that was it kind of went away for a while. So you'd go from a verse to a chorus, and then you'd have another verse, and you'd end up with a double chorus, potentially a bridge, and you go into a chorus again. Now that's your traditional commercial structure. You may have an outro on that, but what bands are doing often now, it seems, is they're bringing back a lot of the pre-chorus, which is a really catchy melody, but it's not the chorus itself, and then they go into something a little different, and it's just a bit unexpected, and I really like it. That was a good chorus. I like the way that the drummer pulled the tempo back down. He halved his timing on that, so that they're singing about gravity, and they're showing visuals of falling, and that's something that really helps because it feels longer, it feels more suspenseful. So that's a really smart concept for the video. I don't know if that was the goal, but that's something that I'm seeing. So hopefully it was the goal because it was really cool. Catchy chorus. Singer's good. Band's good. Nothing standing out as phenomenal, but overall it is a good song. So let's see what else goes there. It's really grown on me, actually. He does these vocal like na 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 na. He does these like little step downs, but he adds like a little quicker part on the step down, and he's doing it quite often in this. And I don't know if that's like a signature of his, but it works, and his voice is good for it. So it's not a vibrato as such. It's more of a wave, but it's cool. It fits what he's doing. I like it. Is that half time? Gone back into that original piece now that we heard right at the beginning. There's a lot of synth work happening. You've got halos, shut my eyes. Oh, that lighting is cool. Where do the days go? So tired from making the climb that I can't. This is actually the first time that he's broken what is essentially a very, very similar, just different enough melody in the song. So what he's doing in the verse, what he's doing in the pre-chorus, what he's doing in the chorus are actually fairly similar. And it's not a criticism because I think it works really, really well. He's doing just enough to differentiate. And what the musicians are doing is enough to help accent those small different elements. What he's doing now is something completely different. This is what feels and sounds like a different melody. And the reason I say that is because it no longer sits on what is like that wavy pattern. It's broken. If you were not into it, it's something that would break that up. So I think it's really smart. I think they're young, and there's a lot of things that I'm thinking, I wish there was a bit more of this, a bit more of that. But overall, this is a really, really good song. He's got a good voice. So we're talking about space. Listen to the drum kit and the reverb and the echo on it. It sounds like it's in a much bigger room now. I actually want to sing. I don't know the words, but I want to sing the melody. It's really grown on me. Here's your typical outro, which is a shift in what that initial intro was actually. You know what? That's actually quite good. I like that. It started out, by no means was it anything less than good, but it started out where I was kind of like, I've heard a lot of this before. They're doing a much better version of what I've heard before, but I still have heard it. And essentially what they did by the end is they just solidified that they're a good band. Again, not overplaying the song. It feels like the instruments in that song, and I don't know anything else about the band, so let's talk about just this song. It feels like the instruments in that song that are really restrained, really good job of enforcing a melody, and they weren't trying to steal a solo here or do anything there. And not to say that that's bad in other kinds of genres, particularly when you go into like rock and roll and metal, it's more expected, and it's actually something, if you have the ability, that's quite nice, adds a bit of flavor. But this was just about melody. It was just about writing a really good song, and they did just that. I think they're a fantastic band. I think they look young, so I hope they're young. That, or I'm just old. But I am fully on board with that. I really genuinely wanted to start like singing the essence of the chorus, none of the words. But that's really rare for me, because I'm so busy trying to critique the song, particularly for reaction videos. Trust me, when I listen to music, this is not how I process things. I actually just enjoy it. But for the purpose of this, I'm trying to listen to provide education and elements and give my perspective on things. And I kind of got lost a bit in the melody there, which is a very big compliment, possibly the biggest compliment I could pay a band who is up and coming and trying to do just that. So amazing work by Holding Up Since Gravity. Looking forward to hearing more. If you liked it, big thumbs up. Then I'll know that you would like me to look at more of this stuff. Yeah, appreciate you spending time with me. That was a nice one. That was a good one. Good one to start the day. Thank you very much. Until the next time, be safe, be nice to each other, and have a good day.